it's Franklin. Come on over to play.
Shut up.
Merry Christmas. It's the Christmas Palooza time. Hey guys, welcome back to the Christmas Palooza Charming Analysis podcast. And and happy holidays to everybody. Today, for our second podcast, we're going to be talking about one of the Franklin Christmas specials.
Isn't that what it's called?
It's called Franklin's Magic Christmas.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about that. So for those who don't know, Franklin is basically about a little turtle and his family, and they go on wholesome adventures.
It's a preschool show.
Yeah, it's a preschool show, but because we haven't seen the show in years, but we were trying to think of ideas for like podcast things for the Christmas season, and this one popped up, so I was like, let's watch it. And honestly, it's really adorable and very wholesome. What do you think, honey?
Yes. It is actually very nice to look at. Like, I watched this when I was 4 years old, and like I watched it because it was Christmas and we had it on VHS and it was like, nice and stuff like that. I watched a lot of the VHS of things that I owned were Christmas related, so a lot of them were specials and a lot of them were just like, little movies that came along with like, shorts and stuff like that. So I mean, I remember watching this a long time ago, and it's a lot. I guess Franklin was a lot more laid back of a cartoon than I remember.
Yeah, it was like it's a very laid back cartoon from what I remember as well. Like, basically, why don't you tell them what this special was about?
Franklin and his family go to visit his grandparents, and some Christmas magic happens, I guess. I don't know without spoiling it, but it's like a 50-minute special. Who wants a spoiler for Franklin's Magical Christmas? But it's like, has to deal with magical reindeer stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And basically just spending Christmas with your family, in a sense. But yeah, like...
And Franklin has the little thing going with his sister, his younger sister.
Yeah, because he's the older brother and she's the younger sister. His sister's name is Harriet, so...
I feel like I got most of my relationships, through siblings, through, cartoons and TV and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you had it in real life, so I can't... So,
Yeah. So I can understand that aspect of it, because he's probably still trying to get used to having a sibling instead of being an only child, so... It can be like a learning curve, which I could understand. But why don't you give your thoughts on it first, honey?
Well, I mean, I watched it already when I was a little kid. So did you, I think.
Yeah, I watched it as well when I was younger.
Do you remember anything? I remember, snippets.
Not really that I can think of at the moment, but I remember, the style of the show,
Looks like Land Before Time, the TV show.
Yeah, it's basically what if animals were basically people.
Is it not a novella? What's the Canadian one? The Canadian...
I can't
Nirvana?
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 I don't know.
Is it that animation studio?
I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know. Nirvana was always the one.
I think so. I think it's the same studio, but I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know. They're always making all the Canadian animated stuff.
Yeah, I think it's the same studio. I'm not entirely sure though, because it's been a long time since I've seen Franklin. But yeah, so because I personally feel like this is a very wholesome Christmas movie kind of thing. But do you feel like it holds up to when you were younger, or do you feel like
I mean, in my head, everything went faster, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Everything was I didn't realize how slow paced it was. Like, so somber. Like, so somberly paced as well. It was like...
Yeah, but it was paced enough to where
it's, like,
it's a little slow, but you're...
have to go here on... Every scene talks like this.
Well, they're turtles, so, you know, they talk slow.
Shut
Also,
up. That's not an excuse for it.
Also...
It's like, stop it. You booty.
You a booty.
God damn it. That was a nice joke, but stop it. That's not an excuse.
Something I will say about it, it's like, I know it is somber pace like you were mentioning, but to me, I think it was a good enough pace to where it keeps the story going.
Yeah, because you like this. You like this.
I actually really like this special.
You like this shit. No,
I like wholesome stuff, but I really did like this special.
You like wholesome stuff, and you're like a child, so you know you like this shit immediately.
I'm a child at heart.
You're a child. I mean, I watched Franklin when I was a little kid too.
Yeah,
I watched it on
time.
VHS and when it was still
Me too.
on Access Television.
Me too. I'm just surprised that we're able to find it so easily.
What are you talking about? They have the whole, like, they have, like, all of your cartoons from the 90s streaming already.
I know, but I just...
And not shocked. You get, like, you know, you already got people streaming, like, old, like, Nickelodeon's cartoons for the 2000s, okay? Like, it's fine.
That's true, but I thought it would have been more harder to find for some reason, because it's like...
Some are harder to find, and some aren't. It just depends. I don't think, like, when we search up the other ones, I don't think they're going to be that hard to find.
Yeah.
Except for the ones that were strictly a copy and then get a DVD release.
I do feel like a lot of the more wholesome Christmas specials are probably the more enjoyable ones, in my opinion. I don't mind the comedies, as long as they execute...
Christmas comedies, which I have not seen, actually, a lot of them. As
long as they do it right.
I stuck to my 35 days of Christmas. Thank you very much. 25 days of Christmas.
Yeah, I just stuck to like different specials me and my family liked and stuff like that, and we watched different ones. Like every year.
Didn't include the Rankin Bass ones, which I'm shocked about.
Some of them I have, and some of them I haven't. But
no, I still need to show you. Like, you already watched Santa's Coming to Town, but you never seen Santa versus what was it, Freemiser?
Yeah.
And Jack Frost. You didn't see that one. You haven't saw Rudolph's.
I've seen the original Rudolph.
No, the one like the Rudolph and Frosty save 4th of July or something. I don't remember. It was this weird one. No, it was Rudolph's 4th of July, where I had to rescue the Time Baby.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not joking.
I know, you told me about this.
The whole, like, you know, cinematic Rankin Bass universe.
But yeah, like,
also, they did some, like, religious ones, too.
I know. So I guess what's another one that, you want to talk about, I guess?
Well, let's go back to Franklin. I think we got a little bit sidetracked.
Yeah, we did. I guess what's something about this Christmas special that you feel like resonates with you? Do you feel like they do a good job making you relive, like, your childhood?
The very slow atmosphere. Like, honestly, the very slow, tedious.
If the pacing wasn't as, like, tedious, do you think it would have, like, done better, or do you feel like it did good?
It's for children that are, like, 3 years old. Like, I'm surprised that it kept my attention when I was 3, as long as it did. I'm surprised I watched this constantly.
Yeah. Me too. Okay, so I guess another one I do want to ask about. I'm trying to keep this at least, like, you know, at a decent, like, length, but at the same time I don't want to, like, you know, pad it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess after watching this Christmas special, would you want to watch the other Franklin Christmas special that they have? Supposedly, I think there is another one, but I think it's like a more modern one, but I'm not sure.
I don't want to watch CGI Franklin.
It would be so weird to watch CGI Franklin. I don't want to watch
the fucking TV special CGI, no, from the 2000s. Ew.
Yeah.
Fucking disgusting. I don't want that.
Okay. Okay, well, that answers that question. So, I guess if Franklin ever got, like, a reboot.
Mari, you're asking the questions that are, like, that have nothing to do with this special. Nothing to do with this special. Do you have anything to say for it? Come on.
Okay, compared to Christmas specials from last year, do you think it was good to compete with that, or do you feel like it's a good special?
What did we watch last year?
I have to go back and look.
Did I show you the Rankin Bass one, right? I showed you that
You
one.
showed me, Santa's Coming to Town.
I love Santa's Coming to Town.
You showed me that one, and I think we did a podcast on it, I
love Santa's
believe.
Coming to Town. I can't compare it to that.
I know, but compared to...
In terms of wholesome animated specials that can be shown to toddlers, yeah, it's good that way, I guess. Because I don't know, I've seen, like, I don't know, these specials always have a place in my heart, even if they're like, you know, movies or something like that, like weird ones that like don't go anywhere, or like, you know, or just like, you know, don't have anything, like, you know, those low budget, like, you know, 2D movies, and like, and
yeah,
just, I don't know, they always have a special place, and like specials also have a special place in my heart. The ones
that's
that
why they're called
people
specials.
don't know about, like, you know, because there's a lot of them. Oddly enough, there's a lot of them that I probably have missed out on and haven't seen, and like,
we should definitely watch like some of them, because some of them sound interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we padded this out long enough. So, do you want me to give my rating first? Or do you want me to give
Sure,
you?
go get your rating.
So for the Franklin Christmas special, Franklin's Magic Christmas, I would probably give it. I'll probably give it an 8 out of 10. I feel like it's a solid film and stuff like that. Like, I think it's solid. The somber pace, it can either work with it or work against it.
It's animation.
But the animation is still pretty cool to watch. And I like the style of, like, the turtles and the characters in this. So it is a nice, like, you know... It's a nice watch, in my opinion. Is it the most spectacular thing out of Christmas specials? Not really, but it's nice and wholesome. So it gives...
Of course, you just like nice and wholesome, because you just like...
I do. Nice and wholesome can be a good thing.
I know.
Okay, what do you give it out of 10?
I give it a 6 out of 10, because it held up in my head more, and I didn't think it was going to be
nostalgia affected it?
Well, nostalgia always affects everything to me, but I don't think, like, I think it was like, man, when I was a faster kid, I must have been on some, like, weird crack or something, because I remember things going so fast and, like, just like, whoa, we're going to get to this scene, and it's like 20 minutes later, we're not yet to this scene yet, and I'm just like, oh my god, maybe I'm just old, and I, like, can't feel that childhood nostalgia anymore. I don't know, but I still watch them, so I guess that says something about it. So
yeah, so I guess last question before we end the podcast, would you watch this again? Because I would.
I don't know.
I would probably watch it again just for the heck
that's
of
my
it.
answer. I don't know. I'll watch other ones for this one that I grew up with, that I showed you, that you never seen, but I still watch them.
So yeah, that's basically the end of the podcast. I think a lot of the Christmas ones this year are going to be like shorter episodes, mainly because a lot of them are specials.
So much we could talk about fucking Christmas.
Yeah, there's only so much we can talk about some of these specials because they're very
your
short and simple.
favorite fucking holiday, apparently.
You shush. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and be on the lookout for our next one. I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out.